My firefighter was my son, Lieutenant Keith Rankin, who passed away in September of 2011 of a massive heart attack. The department he worked for was Lancaster Township Volunteer Fire Department, and he was actually in charge of the training down at the training center. They were going to do a burn mission, and he went in and set the building on fire, came out, said one word to the chief, and dropped over. Keith was a jokester. He has 2 sisters and a brother, and they all joked around, they all carried on, and he just loved to play tricks on people. He was married. He was married 5 years, and his wife had 2 children before they were married. Stepdad, the kids loved him. You know, they were always around him. Husband, he was attentive to his wife. She was a nurse, and he would take drinks into her and food, so he was attentive to her. He always wanted to be a firefighter, and he joined as a junior. He was actually on Lancaster Township for 23 years. He was hired by our paid city fire department for 1 day. The mayor laid all the new hirees off the next day because of the budget. But he loved fires. His thing was training. He always wanted to train the new ones the right way. The brotherhood was very important. I mean, they always did things together. They would cook out after their meetings. And the 1 year he decided that everyone in the department had to have Christmas lights on their helmet. And we couldn't find them, and I finally found them, called him, and I said, I found them. He says, get me every set they have. Every one of them had lights on their helmet. My favorite story, as a firefighter, he was always there for no matter what they needed. You know, he was always there. When he first started and he couldn't drive, my sister drove him to the fire department. If he couldn't, he'd ride his bike. He just wanted to help people. My favorite story is Keith was always my rock. He was always there for me. And 2 weeks before he passed away, he had a tattoo put on his arm that said, "Heroes live forever." And heroes do live forever in our hearts. His friends have said, you know, how much he would joke around with them. And actually, his one friend, he says, you know, he came to me the night before he passed away and said, you need to come to training. You haven't been there for a while. But of course, he didn't go, so, you know, but he was always joking around or trying to get the guys to go to training or, you know, come to the firehouse if they hadn't been there for a while. They knew he was dedicated, that he would, you know, do whatever he had to do for the fire department, and anybody. It didn't matter what it was. He was there. The brotherhood at that time was more for his widow. And I understood. I mean, they were there, but now that brotherhood's there for me all the time. No matter what I need, that brotherhood's there. And actually last year they honored me for my commitment to the fallen firefighters, because I pushed that the brotherhood's important, that they need to remember that they have to have each other's back. It's been 11 years. I carry that I know Keith's watching over me, and that I know that, you know, Keith, if he was here, he would be right there with me on everything. You know, I have a picture of him the 5 minutes before he passed away. They snapped it, and I keep looking in his eyes and thinking, did we miss something? But we didn't. You know, there was just nothing anybody could do. But I carry in my heart that he died doing what he loved. That has got me through it, because I know he loved being a firefighter.
Here's to you, with that smile on your face. Here's to you, and what I won't raise to this moment we share, to the love and the care. Here's to you. you.